Hello everyone, I'm Santiago, and today I'm gonna be testing Tekken 8 on the Steam Deck. So, full game release, I tested the demo. You guys didn't like the performance that I targeted that much because it was a balance of visuals and performance. Well, now we got the full game, and it's a little bit improved very slightly over the demo. Performance isn't that different, and I noticed that there is lots of videos with settings on the internet. One of them is from Digital Foundry, and I agree with most of their settings, excepting a couple of them. They put it at 720, 16 by 9, but you can use 1152 by 720, and you're getting a lower pixel count, but very still maintaining 16 by 10, so no black bars. Then render and scale 60%. If you can go to 50 and you don't mind, I recommend you do it. There's also now XeSS, but it doesn't look as good as TSR. So I recommend you use TSR. Anti-aliasing on low, effects on low, so no screen space reflections. Shadows on medium, otherwise many shadows are removed. Textures on medium instead of high, because lots of VRAM usage. I notice more stutter with this on high. Post-processing on medium, so we don't lose the anti-aliasing, the ambient occlusion, and the background quality is on low. After all this, in screen settings, I think it was, yeah, motion blur, I disabled it, and effect saturation is on low. So there is a few less effects on screen, but there is one problem. When there's lots of effects on screen, it drops into the upper 50s, so it's not a solid 6 FPS the whole way through. And now I'm going to play the first mission in the story. This is the most demanding part that I found in all my testing, at least so far. And well, it's a specific moment at the beginning of the game that there's more effects on screen than usual. So unfortunately, it's not flawless 60 FPS. I mean, trust me, I tried, even dropping the settings to the lowest, but it just wasn't possible, so it's a shame, really. In this one, it can drop into the low 50s, but again, it's this level in the story, because there's more stuff going on in the background. Otherwise, it was fine, but again, if you're using it for competitive fighting game stuff, well, this is not it. Can I skip? No. So yeah, unfortunately, that's the way to go. And I'm sorry I forgot to the FPS counter bigger. Let's put dodge. But as you'll see, we're limited by GPU. The GPU is the issue there. So Unreal Engine 5 doesn't have Nanite or Lumen, but still it's a pretty demanding game. I mean, especially considering that it's a fighting game and we're targeting 6 FPS. So yeah, as you can see here, when I'm not looking into the more detailed part of this map, okay. So yeah, that's the thing. When you're looking into this part with the explosions and all, well, let's just say this is a level that is more detailed. Okay, I lost, so now it's time to go to the main menu, and we're going to play arcade to test more levels that are not the story mode. So one sec. Welcome back. I'm just doing the random arcade mode, so it's like ladder in Mortal Kombat, that you're going against a different enemy each time in a different stage. So we can test as many stages as we can. The hell? And here we're in the same level as the story mode. And as you can see, with more people in the background, it's actually more demanding than in the story mode with the explosions. So yeah, this level, let's say it's problematic. No matter which settings that I use. It seems maybe memory bandwidth for the GPU. I'm not entirely sure why. But it's just not good enough if you want log 60s, because it affects the game. It's a fighting game. So from a competitive standpoint, no, it's not the way to go. But if you have a Steam Deck OLED as an example, it's probably going to be way closer to 60. And by way closer, I mean memory bandwidth should be better. We have faster RAM, that goes directly to the GPU and CPU. So it should make a difference there. Should be more solid 60s. It doesn't mean it's unplayable, in my opinion. But yeah, it's going to be better for sure. A definite improvement on the OLED one. It depends on your tolerance to FPS drops in fighting games. Anyway, let's pause the game and play on handheld now. Welcome back to Tekken 8. Now we are in handheld, and again, the settings are the same. Oop. I don't know why I got the on-screen keyboard, but here we are playing on the smaller screen. I mean, as you can see, it's mostly into the 60s in these levels, but in the city level, I don't know why it can drop into the 50s, low 50s even. So if you can drop it to 50% resolution, I'm just spamming the same attack, hang on. So as I was saying, in the city level it was the most problematic, and no matter which setting I used, it was like that. So lowering the resolution to 50% helps a little bit, but you're still dropping frames there. It's just not good enough if you're playing competitively. Personally, I don't have an issue playing with some drops below 60, even in a fighting game, but that's just me, of course. But it loads pretty fast. And it looks pretty good. The only thing we're missing are those reflections. So yeah, good looking game. I'm pretty surprised it runs like this on Steam Deck, but I wish it was more consistent when effects like these show up. Yeah, there's still here some drops here and there. I would lock it to 50% resolution. Yeah. I mean, 60% is nice, but I think 50% is where it's at least after playing more time. So yeah, that's basically how it runs. Again, UE5, no nanite, no lumen, but still a demanding game at heart. On the GPU mostly, the CPU seems to be fine. I mean, GPU's at 99%, maximum frequency would be 1600 MHz, and we are at 1300 to 1600, so that's pretty good. But I wish it was a tiny bit better. I mean, we're so close. Probably the OLED Steam Deck is way closer to 60. Round one, fight. And yeah, I'm playing on easy because I haven't played Tekken since Tekken 3. Sorry, since Tekken 7. Tekken 3 was my previous one. Ooh. Nice hit. So anyway, my conclusion on this is, yeah, it's not perfect 60s, especially in the city level stage. It drops into the 50s even in those cases, so that sucks, especially in a fighting game. And it still drops into the upper 50s when it desires to drop, especially when effects show up, which is, it's a shame really. I wish it was better in that regard, but it's not. But what I would do is 50% resolution and medium anti-aliasing. That's the only difference from the settings that I showed you, but it's not that much better than this. It still drops below 60 pretty often, especially again in the city level. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I did revisiting Tekken 8. I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.